Hello, my loves. Welcome to Vic's Tarot Guidance. Welcome if you are new and welcome if you are returning to this channel. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. For those of you interested in booking a personal tarot reading with me, I want to let you know that all the information about that is in the description box below this video, so make sure to check that out if you are interested. I have my website and my email listed there, so you can contact me through those avenues. Alright, so with that being said, let's now look at what people consider attractive about you. So what are your attractive qualities? What makes you attractive in people's eyes? This is going to be a very general reading, so we're not going to be looking at what does your person consider attractive about you or what they consider attractive about you. We're going to be looking at like a general idea or general perspective of what do people in general consider to be attractive about you here. That can be about your personality, about your physicality, your voice, or any other quality or thing related to you that makes you attractive in these people's eyes. As you can see, we have three groups to choose from here, and we have a few pre-shuffled cards over here as well. These pre-shuffled cards are from the new Inner Compass deck by Teal Swan. This one is about basically following your North Star to find your true values, but these are like sort of keywords with descriptions written on them, and I feel like they are perfect for this type of deck, just to get like a little bit of a further look into what is attractive about you guys to people. What do people value and find attractive about you? So we have these pre-shuffled cards here, and we have three decks to choose from over here, so let's look at that. So for group number one, we have the Malachite crystal, and group number one is going to be the traditional, original Rider-Waite tarot deck. So this one for group number one. Then group number two is going to be the Rose Quartz crystal. And group number two is going to be the Erotic Fantasy Tarot. And then group number three, that one's going to be the Chevron Amethyst, or the Amethyst with some white quartz in it. And this one's going to be the Hermetic Tarot. So this one, I have been absolutely in love with this deck lately. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have been using it like all over my recent readings, and also like in personal videos I've been using it quite a lot. I absolutely love this deck. I love the messages it provides, and everything, like the intuition is really on point with this one. Alright, so with that being said, I would invite you to maybe close your eyes if you don't already have a clue, or if a particular group is not calling to you already. If it is, then I'll see everyone in your chosen groups. The timestamps are in the description box below. But if you feel like you need a little bit more time, I would invite you to close your eyes, maybe take a few deep breaths, maybe drink a little bit of water, flush all that different day-to-day life energy away to bring yourself here in the here and now, with a clean slate, with a clean mind, with a clean perspective, ready to absorb all this information about what makes you beautiful, what makes you attractive and wonderful to people. So what do people really appreciate about you here? Alright, so if you are not already guided to a specific group, I would invite you to pause the video right now, give yourself a little bit more time. You can ask this question: what makes me attractive, or what do people consider attractive about me? And then feel yourself sort of intuitively drawn to a specific group. And all the timestamps are in the description box below this video, and also in the comment section. Pinned comment is the one where you will find these timestamps. So make sure to scroll down below, and I'll see all of you in your chosen groups. Hello and welcome to your reading, group number one. So if you picked this Malachite crystal, or if you picked the original Rider-Waite tarot deck here, this is going to be your reading for what do people consider attractive about you. So first of all, we're going to be looking at these pre-shuffled cards just to see what we get here. Alright, so very interesting. Like, we have cleanliness, to be clean and to be in clean spaces, to be organized and free from clutter, filth, dirt, contamination and pollution. The feeling of purity matters to me. So Wow, like cleanliness. Very interesting. Like I'm picking up like clean cotton smell. So maybe you use like a product, something that you wash yourself with, or some type of, you know, a product for the washing of clothes that really smells like very clean cotton, or there is like a clean smell about you here. I'm getting like, I don't know, just this very beautiful powdery cleanliness smell. I have a friend who is like really, really pure in this sense as well. She never uses any type of a perfume, or very rarely, just for a specific occasion, uses perfume. But she always has this like very clean smell, like her clothes smell of that like pure, just fresh cotton smell, and it smells very beautiful. So I'm getting that for you. I feel like that is something that makes you very attractive to people, you know, your cleanliness. Also, it feels like you have like this very put together way of being, or this put togetherness about your way of looking, which induces purity in people. So people do consider you pure. Maybe it's your makeup, or the way that you put makeup on your face. It just feels very pure. It feels very natural. It's all giving me sort of a very flowy vibe, like airy, flowy, pure vibe about you, about your clothes and makeup specifically here. All right, so then we have wonder. And this one says to have a life full of wonder, a feeling of surprise, astonishment, and amazement mingled with admiration caused by something beautiful, unexpected, unfamiliar, or unexplicable. To think or dream practically about what is possible. So I feel like with this purity, with this wonder, you have like a childlike presence about you. It feels like you are very sort of adventurous, but adventurous in a very mild manner. So it's not like you are, you know, the full-blown fire sign, let's go, let's get ready, let's go after it. Like, not at all. This feels like it's a calculated wonder. Like it's a calculated adventureness that you possess. You're very open to learning new things, to having and being in contact with new things. So it feels like you're very high in openness. If you're familiar with the Big Five questionnaire, I'm not sure that's going to possibly be just some of you, but you know, there is a questionnaire in psychology that is called the Big Five, or the ocean, and one aspect of that is openness. And it feels like to me with this wonder, you have very high openness. And you're very open to new experiences, to unexpected, unfamiliar things. That makes you excited, that makes you want more, or wish to experience more of life. We also have career, to have, you know, yourself dedicated to a career, to dedicate my energy, time, and resources to an occupation, job, or profession, especially one requiring special learning, training, and experience. All right, so people do consider you to be career oriented, but they like really respect you for this as well. But also it makes you just very attractive. It feels like, you know, you have a certain special learning, some type of skill that you're very good at, that people really value about you. You're also very committed to the thing that you are doing. You sort of put your whole life, your whole self sort of into this thing that you are doing. And people really, you know, they appreciate that, they admire that, they find that very attractive about you. And they sort of want to be near you, just to be near that type of energy, you know, that skillfulness, that training, that experience that comes from some type of really special, unique learning. And that commitment also to put yourself to that type of an occupation, it really sort of gives out this sort of, I don't know, just very skillful mastery. Yes, mastery is what's coming through. Mastery is a big word here. It gives out a mastery of something that makes people feel like very attracted to you. Also, you know, there are opportunities about you. I'm getting there are a lot of opportunities that are connected to you, which makes you just super attractive because people feel like they can really grow with you, they can really develop themselves with you, and it's just such a very easy process with you here, it feels like. We also have connection and passion here. So with the connection card, I'm getting that you're very good at connecting with people. This one feels like you to feel that I am connected to others, to be linked or bonded with others, to have deep, meaningful closeness with others, to feel the sense that nothing is separate from anyone else and that I am not separate or apart from anyone else. So people do consider this attraction that they feel towards you that is almost like based on connectedness that they feel to you intimately. Like people have this sense of really just getting along with you so very easily, it feels like, you know, you have this knack of just being able to interact with almost anyone, to make anyone feel almost like at ease with you. You have this fluidity, like I said before, this flowness to you, this I'm not even sure what to call it. Like there is this ease of being with you that is around you at all times, or that is with you inside of your interaction with someone else at all times, and it makes people like feel very comfortable, comforted. They feel sort of like they can be themselves around you, and this is just like a huge, I want to say turn on, but turn on in a very positive PG-13 type of way. You know, people just feel close to you almost from the get-go, and it makes you just very attractive. It makes people want to be around you a lot. And then we have passion here, to have strong and deep feelings about things such as subjects, ideas, people, and experiences. To be deeply guided by those strong, positive, and negative feelings, to live my life and make choices according to what I'm truly passionate about. Yeah, people also, you know, just definitely consider this very attractive. This is, in general, just a very attractive quality. You know, people with passion are often those who are just super attractive to people because you have something strong that you believe in, and people are sort of just naturally drawn to that. This one goes well with this career as well, and with wonder, because you have this strong sort of mastery about you. There is something that you're very good at, and this really just speaks to that because you're so passionate about that subject. You really believe in it, and people sort of get drawn into your energy, drawn into this passion with you when you do speak about this subject, which makes you just super attractive to them. All right, so with all of these cards spread out, let's now look at the tarot. So what can tarot tell us? So what do people consider attractive about you? So what do people consider attractive about group number 1, please? Okay, we have the 7 of Swords reversed. This one is making me think that you are someone who is really just an open book to people. You're not someone who is going to be manipulative in any way. Like it feels like you always say what you're thinking, or at least you're trying to be just very open and blunt with people. And when I say blunt, I don't mean indelicate. Like you are definitely someone who can read a room, and you can really be subtle about what you want to say, but you're not someone who is like really going to gossip about someone or going to go behind someone's back to do something. If anything, you don't consider those qualities to be admirable at all. You feel like there needs to be like this organized way and this clean way anyway of presenting yourself, of having like a clean slate with people, of having like this openness of energy towards people that you can then fill with other things that are not deception, things that are not, any manipulative ways of getting something done for you. Like if you want something done, you're going to ask it outright. You have this manner about you. You want it to be like easy breezy cover girl. You want things to be easy breezy because it makes you feel like then space that space that you come into and share with the person in this connection can then be filled with wonder, be filled with beautiful opportunities, be filled with purity and with passion. And that can't be there if this space is already sort of muddled and filled with some deceptive qualities. So yeah, people do consider you to be someone who is very open, someone who speaks their mind, someone they can really trust here. Like those are all qualities that make you just super attractive, because it's not always that you meet people who are so open in spirit, open in mind, and so sort of trustworthy, and so just, I don't know, clean in terms of conscience almost, and so open, because that openness is something that people can really trust and admire about you. We have the Empress here, so people also consider you to be incredibly attractive. You have some type of a divine feminine vibe about you, or a divine feminine way of presenting yourself, sort of an ease about you, a gentleness and nurturance about you that people consider to be very, very attractive. You also know how to have fun, Spirit is saying with this card. Like, when to bring it to a party and when to let loose, when to be more respectable and hold yourself back. But overall, it feels like you're very lovable when it comes to being in groups or being around people in general. You're also someone who gets along with a lot of different people here. People are saying, people just like you no matter who they are, no matter if they are like your regular Joe at the supermarket, or someone esteemed in some type of a career here. People just in general like you because you have this childlike, almost like ability about you, with your wonder and with the way that you're just you, the way that you are just purely who you are. And how they see you is what they basically get with you, and that just makes you, it just makes you so open. It makes you trustworthy, as I said before, and that makes you just super attractive to people. I feel like, to be trustworthy is sometimes not considered to be so attractive, or people don't consider or take those two together. But for you, like, just to be able to be emotionally connected to such an extent, and to trust someone so much and be so intimately connected with someone, it's something that really elicits and invites so much attraction to people, because it allows them to connect to you. Allows them to connect to you in a manner that they usually wouldn't connect with someone. And just so beautiful, because there is a sense of homeliness to you as well. Like, I'm getting Cancer energy from this one, like a sense of home, a sense of connection, a sense of being with someone. Just like that sense of home that you elicit in people just makes you super attractive. All right, so let's see what else shows up here for group number 1, please, Spirit, for group number 1. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups. So definitely what I was feeling into, you have water energy. You also have some air energy here, but you also have like a lot of water energy. You are very gentle with people. You're very emotionally present with people. You are a good listener. It feels like you are very good at taking care of your family as well. And just, like, again, the qualities, all of these qualities that I'm basically describing here is what people admire. There is this sense of just you being a home for people, where people go to relax. But also you do have, like, for some of you, there is a special skill that you possess, a special skill that is around divination, around fortune telling, or around tarot, oracle readings, whatever, there is a special skill that you have, because this is coming up here under career, and this is making me feel like there is a special learning that you possess that is oriented around clairvoyance or psychic abilities, and that makes you just super attractive. People are like these little angels here on top of her, like people are around you, sort of looking at what you're doing, sort of being very curious, being very attentive to what's happening there, because they don't really understand how this is done. They don't fully possess the skill to do this, or the special learning necessary to do this, but people do consider those things that you are focused on, those things that you're doing with your psychic abilities, to be very attractive about you. It just puts you out of the box a little bit. It makes you different, and that difference makes you very, very desirable here. So let's see what else. We have the 5 of Wands reversed. Yeah, you're not someone who would go for conflict. You're not someone who is interested in conflict at all. This coming up under a connection here, just making me feel like, you are someone who is at ease when conflict is not even present, where there is harmonious coexistence. Not saying that, you know, people can't speak their mind here, but you are very open to just connecting with people and speaking your mind through some type of a connectedness procedure, or, you know, really listening to the other person in depth, what they want to say with an openness of mind, and then you doing the same, and then sort of trying to find a way out of this, trying to find a third way where both of your needs are met if you are maybe talking to two people. But it feels like there is this beautiful way with which you discuss things with people, in which you do try to really elicit beauty, elicit understanding, and elicit basically a win-win scenario for everyone involved. Yeah, and it's just beautiful to be in interaction with you, because again, there is this ease, this flowness that you invite in. So let's see what else with group number 1. What do people consider attractive about them, please? What do people consider attractive about them here? Attractive for group number 1, please, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands. This is interesting. The Ten of Wands here is talking about you carrying like a hard burden, or you carrying a lot. I feel like this is letting me know that people consider attractive how perseverant you are and how enduring you are in your endeavors. Like, you're not someone who's just going to go into something and then quit it like a month later or 2 months later. Like, you know, you're going to start something and then you're going to persevere into that, because you do have a lot of passion for that. You are truly passionate about things that you do take on, and you do follow through. Like, you are the enduring type, the persevering type, and people like admire this greatly, but they also just find that very attractive. People wish they had this type of perseverance, this type of, you know, attitude towards life, these deep, strong feelings about things and subjects, ideas and experiences, you know, that they could really feel into to such an extent as you do, and that would allow them to then live their life according to some type of a strong, passionate occupation, or some type of special seeking of a certain experience, or these opportunities for progression here. And then we also have the Hermit as the bottom deck energy. So overall, you are a seeker. You are a seeker of awareness. You are a seeker of knowledge. You are a seeker of new things. You are a seeker of understanding. Like, you might be into scientific endeavors or like philosophical endeavors of some kind, because you are overall like a researcher, a seeker, an understander, someone who tries to understand the workings of the universe, whatever that might mean here, and sort of parcel them around and really sort of look behind the curtain here is what I'm getting. So let's get you guys now some oracle cards. So let's see what comes through here for group number 1, please, Spirit. What people consider attractive about them. Okay, so we have White of You. We have fantasy here. We have imagination, conception, and daydreams. You have a beautiful mind. You have a mind that is full of opportunities, full of daydreams. It feels like you are overall very optimistic about life in general. You are someone who, you know, doesn't think about what is detrimental or what is going to hold you back, but you sort of go for it. You sort of do it. You do go where you want to go without really, you know, restricting yourself or holding yourself back in any way. Let's see what else. Whoa. I feel like Spirit wants to talk a lot about you here, but we only have like a certain amount of time here. So we have the karmic scales, we have justice, atonement, and karmic balance coming through. This one is making me think of this connection and the Five of Wands, because you're very good at sort of ironing out any difficulty, ironing out any conflict with people, and sort of tipping the karmic scales in such a way that you create balance here. You create justice in your life and also in other people's lives, those who are sort of connected to this. We also have the ice toss here, relief, alleviation, and better days ahead. All right, so this one is again making me think of those psychic abilities of yours, but also like that optimistic outlook, happiness towards life, and overall like wonder and childlike outlook towards life. You know, you're not someone who's really going to be bothered by things. You're someone who's going to see opportunity in difficulty, someone who is going to, you know, see the daydream in reality here. You have a different mind in some manner than other people. It's also possible that you are connected to horses in some manner, like maybe they are an important part of your life currently, or they're an important part of your childhood, but definitely something about horses is coming through here, especially, you know, unicorns and this connectedness to dreams, to creating something more in reality. Then we also have going off grid here, unplugging, disappearing for a while. So these are like the hermit tendencies, let's say, that you have. People like it when you sometimes sort of just leave and maybe don't reply for a little while, when you take time for yourself, like maybe you have a certain activity or something that you like to do, that you like to just take off time with that for yourself to replenish yourself. And it feels like people even want you more when you do that. Like it makes you very attractive when you sort of take off time for yourself, and when you sort of pamper yourself, give yourself what you need with this card coming through. Just, you know, this absence of you is very attractive, because people know that you value yourself. People see that you love yourself here, and it just makes you so attractive. You know, self-love always makes people feel very attractive towards those people, because it creates like this divinity, this divine beauty atmosphere around that person. So let's get you one more card. We have the pole shift, a change of heart, a turnaround, or reversal. All right, so this one feels like, this one actually is making me think about travel. So I'm not sure, like I don't really resonate so much with these words here, but it's making me think of a travel. Like you like traveling, you're like learning about different cultures, but you're like good at almost like organizing different travels, organizing people who are maybe traveling with you. Like there is a certain way that you go about organizing things that are very dear to you, that just makes you super, you know, attractive. People want to be around you, especially when it comes to sort of attraction towards traveling or traveling the world with you, because there is this wonder that you bring with you when it comes to travel, and this passion that you bring forward, and also this skill that you come with when you sort of plan and designate things. Like there is an ease to that as well here. So yeah, that's it for this group. Let's see what else we have. Let's get you one or two dragon oracles. I have not been using these for such a long time. Like I've rarely used these in readings, but it feels like it's time to bring them back. So for group number one, what makes them attractive? What do people consider attractive about them? Do people consider attractive about group number one, please, Spirit? Okay. So we have here Earth and Water Dragon. Creates the foundation for new growth. People consider attractive how grounded you are in the here and now, how grounded you are in reality, how basically open you are to starting new things, starting new opportunities, how good you are in nurturing your ideas and harvesting the abundance, basically. Yeah, like you are a very abundant being, even if you know you don't have that much money or anything. You are abundant when it comes to opportunities, in taking that opportunity and going with it, basically. You know, you're not someone who's going to restrict themselves, and it's like an inspiration to people, this energy. We also have here the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. Opens you to knowledge from the new golden age. This one makes me feel like you're just very wise in general. Maybe you are in an Arcturian star seed here as well, but definitely you're very wise. It feels like you're in some way very good with technology, or very good in understanding technology as a part of this reality. It feels like you're very good at using technology. I feel like this is mostly for those of you who like also have grandparents or parents who you teach about technology or things related to that. They really like that and find you very attractive because of that as well. But also some of you might have like learning in informational technologies or computer science or something related to that, maybe programming for some of you here as well. Like, people are drawn to you because you possess that special skill. Coming back to this career, you know, you really do dedicate a lot of your energy to that, and you are very skilled at programming, to say the least. So people consider that to be very, very attractive. But we also have here, carry the energy of the future, be a guiding light. So you also have, you know, strong psychic abilities, as said before, strong clairvoyant energy, and you are a very good guiding light for people. You know, you are good at giving people advice or just listening to people, which allows them to then transform their understanding of the situation and come to their own conclusions. So overall, you're a good guiding light. You point people towards their North Star here. And we also have the Rainbow Dragon. Brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. Yeah, that's the, you know, the positive, optimistic energy that I was feeling into when I was feeling into your energy here as well. You have a lot of trust towards the world, but you also trust people a lot. You have a lot of wisdom, and you always, you know, accept opportunities that come your way. And just people admire that a lot, as said before. But you're also someone who sort of expects miracles to happen, expects good things to happen. You're not someone who is going to, you know, let's say, self-sabotage yourself. Like, no, you're going to expect good things to happen to you, and so they do, and so it is. You know, you trust that, you trust the universe, you trust spirit. Okay, so let's get you some animal spirits now. So what does group number one, what is group number one's attraction? What are their attractive qualities? We have monkey, experience all that life has to offer. Yeah, those opportunities, those possibilities, being open to everything life has to give you. Like, you're a very expansive being here, and you're always sort of doing something interesting. You always also have like a story to tell. Like, people really like listening to your stories. People really like connecting to you because you always tell stories with such beauty and grace, and it's just such an honor and a privilege listening to you when you tell your little stories to people about what's been going on with your life. Like, even if it's embarrassing or something very, very beautiful, it's always so beautiful to listen to you here, because it's just the way that you say it that is a whole experience in and of itself. We have dolphin now with joy. So live joyfully in the present moment. Yeah, you're someone who is really good at just living in the present moment. That's that wonder here that we were interested in before, you know, that joyful living in the here and now, taking the opportunities, opening new doors, sort of going through life with this ease and grace and flow. Very, very beautiful energy here. Let's see what else. Maybe one more card here, Spirit. Yeah, we have the cow. Give with unconditional love and grace. Yeah, this is something that you definitely do. You give with love, with grace, not really expecting much in return, but by doing that, you also get so much in return. Like, people really like to give to you. It feels like you're a true force for good here. You know, people really find this ease of being with you here, such an ease of connection. Doesn't necessarily have to be even thinking or talking a lot. Just being in the same presence with you is almost, you know, a relaxation space for people in your life. Alright, so that's all I have for you today, my beautiful group number 1 for this reading. Thank you so much for connecting with me and sharing your energy today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to this video if you feel like you would like to share something. If you're interested in booking a personal tarot video with me, all the information is in the description box below this video. I only take bookings through my website or through my email, so make sure to be mindful of that. And I'm just wishing you all the best on your continued life journey and looking forward to connecting with all of you in the future. Bye! Mwah. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your video. So if you picked the rose quartz here, or if you picked the erotic fantasy tarot that we're going to be using today, welcome to your video. So first of all, we're going to be looking at these pre-shuffled cards from the Inner Compass deck by Teal Swan. So what do people consider attractive about you? We have happiness straight off the bat here, to be content, cheerful, and joyous, to experience life satisfaction, subjective well-being, and eudaimonia, flourishing, and overall well-being. So happiness, like, what else can I say? You know, happiness is contagious, and you tend to elicit that in people here. It feels like you just, with your presence, being there in a joyful energy, bringing that joyful atmosphere with you wherever you go, it just makes people feel good. It makes people feel happy. It makes them feel attractive. It just, you know, it makes people feel good. You sort of elicit well-being and a flourishing, joyous energy in people wherever you go. So it's sort of like, you know, you are like a permanent happy face to people. And what is not attractive about that, am I right? So you also have empathy here. So the empathy card. This one says the ability to take on the perspective of another and to therefore understand them and feel what they feel. Being able to put yourself in their place as if you were them, the vicarious experience of the feeling, thoughts, and attitudes of another. So you're very good at feeling into the other people and understanding them. Basically putting yourself in other people's shoes is very apparent here. It's not just like, you know, sympathy. It's not like you sympathize with others, like, oh, that sucks, that's so bad. Like, not at all. Like, you are truly empathic. You have this strong ability to really see where the other person is coming from, to really put yourself like fully in their shoes. Like, some of you even have almost like a psychic ability to be able to do this here, but others of you just have a strong empathic quotient, you know, sort of a strong empathic level. And it just makes people feel at ease around you. It makes people feel good around you and just makes you so super attractive, because there is this feeling of being able to trust you, because you can really feel them, you can really see them, you can really understand them. And it's just that feeling of love, you know, that you elicit in other people, and that vice versa, you know, makes you feel loved as well, and makes people love you and feel like a strong attraction towards you as well. We have diversity here. This one is quite long. It says to understand that each individual is unique and to recognize our individual differences. So you are very good at recognizing the beauty in diversity here. So these things can be around the dimensions of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, status, age, physical abilities, religious beliefs, philosophical, political beliefs, ideologies, whatever. So you have this strong ability to accept, respect, and revel in diversity, which makes you super attractive to people. And also this ability of yours to be surrounded with diversity and celebrate differences, okay? You are not someone who would value uniformity here. You really value the difference in people. So how people are different and how that can contribute to our well-being. And just, you know, some people that are attracted to you are super attracted to you because of this ability of you being able to see this and value this so strongly. Then we also have talent coming through for you. This one is basically an attraction having to do with your natural aptitude, or like an inner quality that emerges effortlessly within you in doing something. So like a skill that you have, or an excellence that you have, that was sort of like something you were born with. People recognize that there is something within you that almost, is effortless for you to do. This can be some type of a special skill that you have, some type of an achievement or success, some potential that you have evolved within yourself, and it almost feels like super effortless within you. So sort of like a natural quality that you do and possess. This is going to be something that's different for each and every one of you. But for those of you in this group, you do have something that other people recognize as a really special, inborn, natural inner quality that you then spread out and share with the world here. Then we also have originality coming through, to be and to create things that are one of a kind, the first of its kind, unique. So originality. So you are very good at innovative thinking, or thinking outside the box, being sort of like an independent, novel thinker, thinking about something unusual or something that's not so prevalent in today's society. It feels like you also care about independent thinking a lot here, with diversity and creativity in general. So it feels like you're quite a creative soul here. You're very good when it comes to listening to other people, but also you have like this ease, almost like it feels like you have this flow, this almost easiness about you, this creativity, this diversity about you. I'm just like seeing different colors, different types of dresses. Maybe you do dress in different colors or different color schemes all at the same time, maybe very popping colors or things like that just immediately elicits happiness in other people as well. Like you're making me think of a special person. Like, I'm not sure if any of you watched the show Is It Cake? Like, it has been on Netflix recently, and I watched a couple of the episodes, and there's this guy there. I'm not sure, like, it's not Andrew, it's someone else. It's like some type of a more gothic guy, some type of a Halloween guy that just has like these crazy glasses. It's always, in different sort of colorful clothing. He has his hair colored very sort of strong green color, like fluorescent green, something like that, very, very strong green color, and he's just such an empathic, such a beautiful, sweet soul, and such happiness. It's something that emanates from him, and he also has like a lot of talent, a lot of originality, and he really celebrates diversity. So it's like that type of person here. Like, if you're watching this video, hi, it's nice to meet you, but it's like such a strong feeling of that person. Yeah, just that person is what's coming through this group altogether. So yeah, for group number 2 now, let's see what else comes through. So if you don't or have not watched that show, maybe check it out. Maybe check out if you vibe with that person. You're going to recognize him because he really does stand out. So yeah, let me know if you do check that out in the comment section down below. I would be very curious to see what you guys think of this, because I'm really that's just sort of popping out to me, that image of him. Okay, so let's see what else comes through here. What do people consider attractive about you? Okay, the Emperor qualities. So you are very good at decision making. You're very good at controlled activities. You're very good at time management, Spirit is saying here also, but you're also very good at containing people, sort of holding space for other people to be able to express themselves, sort of holding space and grounding for other people to be who they are, and to just, be able to chill and be free and do whatever they want. And you're sort of there like the grounding of the space, or the grounding of the area where that is happening here. You're also someone who is very responsible, and someone who is like a go-getter. Like you go after things here. You're not someone who is just going to sit on your ass a lot and, you know, think about things, but you're someone who gets things done. You have a meticulous sort of way of getting things done here as well. Maybe that's something that's really connected to your talent or to a special skill, a mastery of yours that you possess here. You're also very eloquent. Spirit wants to say you have this, I don't know, there is something about you that's just very sort of respectable. Maybe it's the way that you hold yourself, the way that you communicate, the way that you say words or some type of words that you use. It just makes people feel like you are very respectable overall, but also, you know, you are very empathic. I feel like there's this big diversity to you, or like this group is very diversified, but there is like a big diversity that I'm picking up here with this person. Like you can almost be many different people to many different people, basically, because you have this empathy, and this empathy allows you so strongly to be who you need to be for other people. So you have like this natural, almost chameleon type of vibe, in which you sort of merge yourself into a special type of part of you that is a special type of person that will allow you to sort of see eye to eye very easily with the other person that is in front of you, or with many different people that are in front of you. So strong chameleon vibe is what I'm getting here as well. Interesting. So let's see what else. Maybe Aries here also. Maybe you're, you know, vibe with that. Maybe you recognize that in your chart. So strong Aries energy. Again, that beginner, that forward moving action, you know, getting things started, getting things done, not thinking about it too much or not acting too much about it, just getting done, you know, not sort of procrastinating on it. Like I have to say, like my advisor, I'm feeling very chatty with this group. Oh my god, you guys, maybe that's also something that makes you very attractive. Because of this empathy, you have this tendency to just make people talk about themselves a lot, because I feel like I just want to tell you things, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Like I have this advisor who is an Aries, for my PhD basically, and yeah, and he, when I had to sort of defend my thesis in front of a committee, he was like, okay, let's get this done, because I was sort of like, you know, being a little bit wishy-washy, like maybe we should use Skype or Zoom, maybe we should meet in person. That was like the beginning of the COVID situation. And he was like, no, let's get this done. We are not going to procrastinate on this. We're just going to do it. And he did that. He said those things, which is such an ease, which is such a grace, you know, to me. It was really beautiful, because it felt like it's very kind. It's just got this element of acceptance and understanding in it, but at the same time he really held me in that space. He was like, no, we're going to do it like this and it's going to be okay. It was that type of vibe, that type of feeling. Like I'm again like feeling like he might be watching this, so hello. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm really connecting with you guys when I'm doing this group. And yeah, just makes me think about this empathy again, but again about this holding space, you know, this acceptance of other people, acceptance of diversity, acceptance that other people might be feeling differently, and holding space for that, but at the same time sort of allowing other people to be who they are and pushing them forward to be their best self. Here is what I'm getting for you. Okay, I'm now going to stop talking about myself. I'm going to get you guys more cards. So let's see what else for group number 2 here. For group number 2. For group number 2. Okay, we have the Empress. Okay, the Empress also came out in group number 1. So yeah, in general, like everything about you is very sexy, is very alluring, it's very desirable. I feel like you are more on the element of just physical beauty. Like people consider you to be very, very beautiful. People also consider you to be sort of very at peace with your parts, with your divine feminine, divine masculine part. So there is this beautiful harmony, Yeah, harmony is a good word. Balance is less of a good word for you. So it feels like there is a harmonious coexistence between being nurturing and accepting and being, you know, someone who pushes things forward, gets things done, has a very controlled sense of being here with the Emperor. And then you have like this nurturing ability that's just very soft, that's very allowing, that's very accepting of differences, accepting of different people, but also, you know, you're very, very attractive here with this Empress, because the Empress in this card just emanating some type of sexual appeal, and it feels like you also have that just strong sexual vibe to you. Strong creativity, strong life force energy is what's coming through with this card, but also sort of strong unity here with both of these being on this spread or in this reading currently. Like, you're very sexy, like people consider you to be very sexy, and it's not necessarily that you just look good, but there is something very sexy about you. Maybe it's sexy about the way that you are, the way that you're super confident, because there does seem to be quite a strong confidence here, but you also have like strong magnetic sexual appeal to you. Something about your energy just draws people to you because of this magnetic quality. But for others of you are just, you know, you're naturally just very attractive also physically, so people do like to look at you because there is this element of beauty to you that they just like feeling into, and they like being in contact with that, and that's basically why people are attracted to you, because they like to be a part of something beautiful and like to be with beautiful people. All right, so let's see what else here. Group number 2, please, Spirit, for group number 2. We have the, what's this, the Knight of Swords coming through. Spirit also wants to say that you're very good at communicating and getting things done. With this card, I'm feeling like you're a go-getter, like you get things and you make things happen. And also you're someone who likes to get things done immediately. You're not someone who's just going to sit on something for a long time. You're just going to be someone who just gets it done and gets it over with, because that brings you like a sense of joy, a sense of like releasement, like you can relax when you have things sort of checked out on your to-do list. And just this structuredness, this structured way of being is what is making you, like, people are drawn to you because of this, because you have this tendency to get things done, and it gives people a sense of respect about yourself, about your time, and about other people's time here as well. And just there is this also this beauty in action when it comes to you. Like, people like it, like the way that you take action, the way, like, I don't know, like how active you are. People like that, because it's not something like you're not overworking yourself, you're not burning yourself out, you're taking time to schedule things and to take care of yourself here. But also you have this tendency of getting things done very beautifully and very sort of, again, with that gracefulness. Grace is like a big part of this group, it feels like. And you approach things with, not with some type of push, but with acceptance. You know, you approach everything with this softness almost in getting things done. Like, you do get things done, but you do it through softness, and you get it done much more easily through that, and people just really appreciate that about you, but really also admire that about you here also. And yeah, overall it's immensely attractive. You also tend to have, like, Spirit wants to say, have a certain affinity with animals, because we have pigs here, we have bunnies, bunny rabbits or hares here, and we have the horse here. So there is an affinity that you feel with animals. So people seeing you with different animals, or people seeing you interact with animals, what, any type of animal, even a bee or a butterfly, anything basically, or a, you know, fly maybe. People really like the way that you interact with animals, with the world around you, with people here. You know, you really are someone who really celebrates diversity and has a strong empathic touch for every type of living being. So what else, Spirit, for group number 2? We have the Tower moment. Okay, interesting. People admire and find you attractive because of everything that you have been through. So it feels like you have been through quite a lot of difficulty, a lot of troubling times, a lot of just heartbreaking situations here, it feels like. And people, it feels like people like hearing about your stories, but also people knowing this about you. It's making you into almost like an idol of some kind, because it's like you have been through this and you have lived through so much pain, and you have been through so much, and at the same time, you know, you have developed this beautiful empathy towards everyone else and towards other people, and you have grown into someone so beautiful through so much pain and torture. And it's just, you know, people admire that immensely, especially if they have not themselves lived through such difficult times as you have. Like, they really admire the skill and the personal vigor and the personal sort of, I don't know, just, I don't even know what to call it, but it's just this ability to stand for yourself, to be who you are, and to work through things that are difficult with again this ease. You know, it feels like you are not someone who's going to resist things too much. You do have this sense of strong boundaries, strong sense of self, and strong sense of self-love here, that allows you to not resist things as much here with the Tower card coming through. Yeah, like there is this beauty that comes out of you when you are going through difficult times or through challenging situations, because you do handle that with ease. You find beauty in that. You find learning and wisdom in that, and it's so attractive, because most people don't have that ability or can't do that so gracefully as you do. But you're so good at finding, you know, the silver lining, finding that wisdom in things, finding, you know, the good within the bad, and it's just admirable is what I want to say here. Yeah, you have a good skill at putting yourself back together again. Like, you're good at almost like breaking yourself apart, but you're also so good at sort of putting yourself back together again, but in a little bit of a different way. So yeah, like the quote from Joker comes to mind, you know, whatever doesn't kill you makes you, you know, just stranger. But whatever doesn't kill me for you, it's whatever doesn't kill me makes me more beautiful, makes me more attractive, makes me more desirable, because you just open up this whole new dimension of empathy and love for yourself, love for others, through these difficulties and through these crumbling moments in your life. Let's see, let's get you one more card for group number 2, please. What people consider attractive about them here. Okay, so we have death here. Yeah, you know, death and rebirth. And this just goes well with what I was saying to you just now, because just this openness to life cycles, openness to things moving, openness to things dying out and being born again and growing again, you know, you are not someone who's going to push that away, or someone who's not going to accept that as part of your life. You are someone who's going to treasure that and accept that very, very beautifully. You also have strong Pluto energy here, Scorpio energy, if you resonate with that. But overall, you know, you're just so open to life cycles. You're not someone who is going to resist the low, because you do tend to see value in that now. And you're not someone who resists the high, because, you know, happiness, the joy, who would resist that? But, you know, you just go with life cycles. You understand there is a phase for everything. And again, like a quote by some poet comes to mind, you know, it's something about when joy sits on your almost like the stage of life. Let's say when joy is on the stage of life, there is sorrow sleeping in your bed, and vice versa. You know, when the sorrow is on the stage of your life, joy is sleeping in your bed. And you are someone who understands this interplay very beautifully, and you sort of go with it, you sort of flow with it, you go with what life has to give you. Yeah, beautiful, very, very attractive. Oh my god, I completely lost words for this one now. The 5 of Wands reversed here. So yeah, this one is talking about this ability to not be in conflicting situations or seeing every situation from its perspective, and then being able to basically bring about a win-win-win-win-win scenario for everyone involved, because you have this strong empathy when it comes to other people here. Yeah, like people like to interact with you even if it's about something that would lead to conflict, because you are someone who just, I don't know, operates the conversation in such a manner that it is not a conflicting situation at all. So you're sort of a good conversationalist in that way, because you sort of have this energy, underlying energy, or an underlying atmosphere of gentleness that you bring into the conversation. So let's see what else here for group number 2, please, Spirit. What makes them attractive? What makes them attractive? Okay, you are a miracle worker. We have the high road here, doing the right thing, loyalty and ethics. So overall, you're very loyal. You're very, dedicated to doing the right thing at all times. You're very dedicated, I feel like, to spirit here as well, or to some type of justice that you consider to be something that you really hold close to yourself as well. And it's not something you would take from society, but it feels like it's something that you have made for yourself here with the high road. We also have miracle here. So miracle is the healing, answered prayers, remission. So it feels like you bring peace and remission in other people's lives. You make people feel gentle, soft, at ease in your presence. It feels like you are a miracle worker in some manner, because your energy just makes people feel like very comforted. When you are around, people feel like they can relax, like they can really be themselves, like no one is judging them, and they feel really cared for in your presence here as well. Let there be light here, finding a solution, illumination, and growth. So yeah, overall, you are very dedicated to growing, growing yourself, growing with different people, allowing different opportunities into your life here. You're very good at finding solutions, getting those things done, but with such a grace and love. And there is just such a grace to you, overall, to everything that you do. There is the gracefulness, and just something about you is super attractive here as well, because I don't even know, I can't even put my finger on it, but it's something about your energy that's just so very attractive because of all of these qualities, because you're so super high vibrational, I'm feeling, that people just feel good around you no matter what you do. Even just you being there, just going to elicit this sense of happiness and joy in people, because you are so high vibrational, and with you being there, you sort of lift up their energy and create healing. You offer remission to people, offer them to just relax and be where they are. The quote of Ram Dass, I think it is, comes to mind again, be where you are. So be here now, be where you are. You are exactly where you need to be. This is the type of atmosphere that you elicit in people. We also have higher learning. We have education, research, apprenticeship. So if you have noticed or have not noticed, I have been quoting a lot of people, a lot of like poets, or books or things that I have read or come into contact with throughout this reading, and it feels like that is because you guys have a vastness of knowledge, this vastness of expression. Maybe you're very well read, maybe you have like a certain degree, maybe you are a college professor, maybe you are someone who is just very, very well read here, and people just admire that skill, admire that talent, admire that mastery that you have here with this higher learning. Maybe you're also very skilled in a certain profession, like a certain miniature small thing that you're interested in. It just makes people, feel like you are someone special, like you are attractive because you hold this vastness of knowledge within your little head, like this almost like richness that is your head is something that's very, very attractive. So let's see. what else comes through. We are going to be using the Dragon Oracle now. And this Dragon Oracle is something that I'm not using often, but I feel like it's time to bring it out more often in these readings. So let's see what comes through. What makes group number 2 attractive, please, Spirit? What makes them attractive? What makes them attractive? Okay, so we have the crystal yellow dragon coming through for you. This one says opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Yeah, okay, so you have definitely higher learning. Feels like, oh, we have higher learning twice. Oh my God, look, higher learning here and higher learning here. Yeah, so definitely there is something about you that's emanating higher learning. This can be like a strong college degree, or, you know, you're on your way to getting your doctorate, or you're a professor of some kind, you know, you are special in some way, but it doesn't even have to be a higher learning in terms of society and societal norms. It can also be, you know, high learning in sense of spiritual learning and getting wisdom through, I don't know, just learning spiritual books, learning and teaching spiritual concepts. You know, maybe you have read many masters such as Osho, such as Ram Dass, I've quoted here also. Who else? Aurobindo, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, comes to mind. Also that guy who wrote the autobiography of a yogi. Maybe you are someone who really, you know, dabbles in those concepts, dabbles in those books, and is very well read in those areas as well. But we also have, you know, here, expand your crown chakra for illumination. So you are overall a very illuminated being. Like we did have the death card here as well, and this energy that I was feeling and telling you about before, like you have this almost like enlightenment about you. And you also are someone who walks the higher spiritual path, which just overall just makes you super attractive, you know. Just consider if you look at Sadhguru, for example, or someone else that's still alive, that's sort of like a spiritual teacher, maybe, what's he called, Eckhart Tolle, you know, that those types of people, they have a certain grace to them. And you just sort of feel very at ease with them, just in their presence. And it feels like this is something that you elicit here in people as well. Just a sense of serenity, a sense of grace and flow. We also have here the dark blue galactic dragon coming through. This one says it helps you listen to the voice of the universe. Yeah, again, a strong illumination card. This one is one of the higher dimensional dragons. So it feels like you are someone who is not just, you know, in the third, fourth, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, seventh dimension, but you're also someone who is more in the eighth and ninth dimension here. This one is talking about igniting the codes of your master blueprint and accessing cosmic wisdom and entering higher service. Yeah, it feels like you're definitely a person who is already in your higher service. You're already fulfilling that through this talent maybe, or through something else that you are conveying to people. It feels like you're conveying these things sort of behind the scenes as well, just with your energy, just with your presence, you know, bringing those codes in through your presence, through your energy, to sort of to embrace other people's lives with those codes. It feels like you're doing, you know, God's work or Spirit's work already by basically being who you are here. So let's see, maybe one more card for group number 2. What makes them attractive here, Spirit, please, for group number 2. We have Sunshine Yellow Dragon. Oh my God, beautiful. This is the connection with animals, dragons. So it helps you to help animals. And this one is again just really confirming the energy that I was feeling before, with you being like a very nature-oriented person, being good with animals here. You're someone who is very good at serving animals as well and understanding animals. You know, even if you have pets, for example, you're not someone who is going to use your pet as a pet. Like, you're really going to respect their boundaries, respect their wishes. With this empathy, you're also able to, I feel like most of you are able to feel into your animal and feel what it needs, what it desires. And maybe some of you are also good at communicating with your animal, you know, just like almost having a dialogue with that animal. And overall, you're also so good at healing, respecting, and understanding animals, like overall. And yeah, like, what's not attractive about that? Am I right here? So yeah, it feels like you do have like strong universal knowledge and strong understanding of spirituality and spiritual pathways here in general. Feels like you are also a transmitter of sacred knowledge here. Even if you might not think it, you know, from spiritual perspective, you are transmitting really sacred knowledge just through your presence, just by being where you are and just being in your energy, being self-loving and doing what you feel is best. Like that is transmitting sacred knowledge to people already. Okay, so let's see what else comes through. Oh, by the way, self-love is the answer and the path to enlightenment. Just a little like Easter egg in this little video today. Okay, so let's see. I'm feeling so naughty, you guys. I don't know. We have the dolphin coming through. Live joyfully in the present. So you are someone very whimsical. You like to play. Yeah, like thinking about those bubbles that they make in the water. And yeah, it feels like you're a very, very playful person. Like people consider you to be super attractive because you're so playful, because you tend to make jokes, or you are super witty as well, and you just elicit such a joyful energy in the present moment with people around you. Everywhere where you are, you know, there is this joy because there is this playful energy, almost like a childlike energy, but almost like, you know, not just childlike, it's like this creativity, this passion in play, like play being the purpose for itself here is what feels very attractive about you. So let's see what else comes through for group number 2. So we have the hyena, dare to be different, coming through here, and we have the dove, spread messages of peace and love. So hyena, dare to be different. You're someone different, but also comfortable in your difference and comfortable in this energy with who you are, you know, super self-loving, and yeah, just attraction overall, big attraction here. I don't know what else to say, you guys, because it's like so on the nose, you know. Differences are attractive, but also when you're so confident about them, they are just like tenfold attractive. Then we have dove here, spread messages of peace and harmony. So yeah, you spread love and harmony and just peace wherever you go, just by being who you are, just by being in your energy, in your presence. Let's get you one more card. Spirit wants to get you one more card. So one more card. Hedgehog. We have the hedgehog. Be a magnet for light, love, and joy, which you already are. So you are a magnet for these energies, but you're also someone who almost spreads out these energies, you know? So you are someone who spreads joy, spreads love, spreads light here. All right, so that's all I have for you, my beautiful group number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for connecting with me. This was a beautiful reading. So let me know how it was for you down in the description box below this video. I really connected with you guys. I'm not sure why or how, but I really vibed with your energy. I feel like we are like friends or kindred spirits of some kinds, because I like really vibe with you. I'm not sure if that's just the empathy card here, but there is something very beautiful about you, just makes me want to be friends with you. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you feel like. Don't forget to click the little notification bell if you haven't already. And with that being said, I'm just wishing you all the best on your continued life journey. Be beautiful, and I'll see you all in the future videos. Bye. Mwah. Hello, group number 3. So welcome to your tarot video. If you picked this Chevron Amethyst crystal, and or if you picked the Hermetic tarot deck, this is going to be your video today. For what do people consider attractive about you? What are your attractive qualities? So first of all, we're going to be looking at these cards that I pre-picked or pre-shuffled out of the deck. So this one is the Inner Compass deck by Teal Swan. So let's see what you got. What do people consider attractive about you? We have flexibility here, to be able to change, modify, bend, or adjust to things and to new circumstances. So to be pliable instead of fixed in your way of being. Okay, so flexibility, being able to go with the flow, being very sort of open to new things, being very, yeah, flexible, you know, adjustable. We also have awareness showing up. So your awareness, your understanding is what makes you very, very attractive. To be aware, to be conscious of things, to have accurate perception, knowledge, or understanding of a thing. For example, to have a raw, strong understanding of a subject, a person, a fact, situation, or reality itself is what makes you super attractive in other people's eyes, as well as to be well informed and overall very cognizant about things here. So it's coming through. We have contribution. Then, so what makes you attractive, it's also your ability to put forth and give your energy in order to be part of bringing things about. So some type of shared creation or shared achievement, sort of working together with people to create something is what is very, very attractive about you. And also in a way to make a lasting contribution to the world with the help of other people, you know, working together, sort of co-creating something lasting and beautiful in this world. That type of activity, energy, giving your energy into that is making you super attractive. Then we have two cards that are quite similar here. We have family and we have to support. All right, so first of all, let's look at family. Family makes you attractive. So maybe you're like a very family oriented person, or someone who really values family time, or just, you know, the contribution to family, to your awareness in general here. So family, this one basically is talking about having or being a part of a group of people who share a bond or a blood bond due to common ancestry. So it's also about devoting yourself to members of this family. This family doesn't necessarily have to be a blood bond. It can also just be a bond that you feel like you share with other people. So it's like having a closeness and support as well as a loving bond with one another is what people really appreciate and admire and are attracted to in you. So we also have then to support here. So to be able to be a support to other people. And this card, this one is talking about being dedicated or dedicating yourself to the maintaining or sustaining of another being or another, you know, thing. It is also about just, yeah, sort of maintaining things, sustaining things, developing well-being and success of another person, another being, another thing. It's about assisting others or holding others up, sort of lifting others up, or landing your energy in such a way that sort of promotes, supports well-being, progress, desires, and aims of other beings or other people. So it's basically also like this contribution here and flexibility, sort of mushed together, you know. It's like this overall vibe is what people really admire about you, but what people also tend to be very attracted to you. So this admiration energy with you is sort of very muddled up with what people in general find attractive about you here. But definitely also your awareness, a big one here, and flexibility here as well. So let's see what else we get with the tarot. Okay, let me just fix that. Number 3 here just got caught up a little bit in the crystal. All right, so let's see what we get. So Spirit, for group number 3, please, what people consider attractive about them? What do people consider attractive about group number 3 here? We have the 9 of Wands. Okay, you're a very fiery person. Feels like you are someone very activating. Wow, we have the Lord of Great Strength here, yeah. Lord of Great Strength. You are very quick to act or very quick to make your decisions. It feels like you really also stand behind those decisions very eloquently, very well. I forgot my ring there, so we are doing this reading without the ring. But yeah, with the 9 of Wands here, like you have a sense of sort of standing your ground very, very strongly here. Yeah, you are a go-getter. You're also very adventurous. It's what people find attractive about you, but also the way that you sort of decide something. You decide that you're going to do something and then you stick with it. It's interesting that this card is coming up here under flexibility, because it seems like there is a contradiction here. But, you know, it's not really a contradiction, because you do stand your ground strongly. There are some passionate things, some things that you're just very passionate about, and you're not going to, you know, let that go. So it's like a very strong energy feeding into some certain little aspects that you're very, very passionate about. But in that like overview of that, you're also very flexible, you know. So you're able to change, modify, bend, and adjust things, and adjust yourself to new circumstances very easily. But also it's not about changing this overall desire or this overall perspective in your book. You know, it's more about going for this overall desire, overall, you know, decision that you have made, going for that no matter what, but also remaining flexible in the way that you can bend and adjust things to be able to achieve this end goal, or this end game basically here. So this awareness, this also very strong sort of decision making and very strong focus, sort of just, I'm feeling like laser sharp sort of type of focus that you have here with this card is very powerful and strong, and definitely something people find attractive, very admirable about you. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands now. This card is a similar energy, but it's more about some type of sort of creativity, and also like adventurousness. We have the Lord of Valor here. I don't know why, but this is making me think also about like gentlemanly qualities, sort of someone who is very eloquent, someone who is very like elegant, someone who sort of wears a suit or something like that, and is sort of by that perceived as someone very, very high in status, and overall just perceived with a lot of intelligence, a lot of grace, a lot of just good taste. So yeah, like I'm feeling like you have a certain way of dressing here maybe that also puts you out of the ordinary. So maybe you are dressed in certain very beautiful clothing, or you are dressed in like a very beautiful suit for work or something like that, because there is something about you here that really stands out like visually and sort of elicits people's focus. It's almost like the focus of people, it's almost like sort of glued on you often, and it's because of this passion that you exude, but also because of the way that you look. So there is something about your looks here that's very attractive, that's sort of very expansive. I'm feeling into some you know, Sagittarius energy here, but I'm also like picking up like a strong masculine energy. So it feels like, you know, most of you picking this group, you do feel quite masculine regardless of gender. You do feel like you're very good at decision making, you're very good at just owning yourself, owning your decision making, sort of owning your path and ground. But also you're sort of adventurous in this. You're sort of like, let's try this, let's try that. But also, you know, there is certainty in that trying. There is a certain knowing of where it's going to go with this awareness. So it's like being very well informed about things, and also being able to be flexible in things, but you are also being able to be flexible. What does that? You're also able to be flexible because you have strong awareness over each and every sort of decision is going to lead you. And you also have like a strong sense of intuition, sense of like a gut feeling about things, where things are going to lead you here. It feels like also with this contribution you are some type of a leader, like some type of a boss to some people here as well. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a boss, but some type of leader definitely. Feels like you have that passionate start of like a startup or something like that, you know. There is something very passionate and go-getting towards, you know, your endeavors about you here. And yeah, like super attractive to people. You know, that go-getter attitude is something that people really admire, and that passion towards certain things is also something that people really find it's like just admirable about you. What else here? There's something else here also. You have strong healing abilities as well, but it's not something that would be, you know, seen as something forthright or something that would be seen first of all within you. But when someone gets to know you, they do uncover a lot of sort of some type of healing spiritual side of you, a side of you that's just very empathic, it feels like, and just has this sense of a lot of awareness. Yeah, like this awareness of yours, it's not something people see upright in you, like when they first meet you. It's something that develops over meeting you over and over again, because it feels like you get towards where you are through this strong awareness that you have, but also that is a strong spiritual awareness here that I'm getting. Like I'm getting into the energy of some type of like Tony Roberts type of person, or you know, I don't know, those entrepreneurial people on YouTube is is the energy that I'm picking up here through this reading. So let's see what else we get. Maybe you are also someone who is very like someone who is very popular in some manner. Like I'm feeling like you guys are popular in some manner, or you do have a lot of eyes on you here. And that in itself is something that creates a magnifying effect, sort of like attraction is doubled, tripled when there are more people watching you or being present around your energy. All right, so let's move on now. We got the Six of Cups coming through. Like this is the energy of more like this family, more like this home. I'm hearing from spirit like hot cinnamon bun cookies, or you know, hot cinnamon buns, hot cookies, you know, making cookies, baking things for Christmas, making them in little different shapes, that type of things coming through with the Six of Cups. I'm picking up like sun energy here. So there is a lot of joy around you, which people find very attractive, but also there is like an overflow of energy that you give to people. It's like you fill people's cups by just being who you are, by just through this contribution, through what you're wanting to do, through where you want to get, you sort of fill people's cups with your energy. It feels like you have a strong sort of fiery energy going on, something that you should sort of naturally give out and distribute around the world, everywhere you go, to everyone you meet, and people tend to sort of drink that energy in. It feels like you are the opposite of like an energy vampire. You're like the energy giver. You're like the angel of energy. You know, you give energy, you transmit energy to other people, and you fill people up with belief, with love, with joy, with trust, and with this decision to go get after your life and make your life what you want it to be. So yeah. What else? There is a certain analytical side to you as well, something very thoughtful, something very precise here that I'm picking up, but also just very tender. We have the Lord of Pleasure here. I didn't even realize this. So the Lord of Pleasure. This one makes me feel or think of more earth signs, even though this is, you know, Six of Cups, it's a water element, but it is making me think of earth elements, more like Taurus, you know, having that knack or that taste for good food, having that taste for good fine dining, you know, good drinks, good wine, good atmosphere, good places, you know, just having that very, very sort of elegant lifestyle, but also very sort of high-end lifestyle is what's coming through here. Like you have a taste for good things, which people find very attractive about you, because they feel like they can ask you things about certain restaurants, certain beverages, certain food, and you're going to be able to sort of precisely list why this is good, why this is maybe not as good, and so on. So there is like a precision to you when it comes to matters of pleasure, which is almost like eating and drinking for you here. It doesn't have to be drinking alcohol. It can be, drinking smoothies or any type of other beverages. But definitely it feels like you are some type of a mastermind when it comes to these things. And people come to you and you sort of give them advice. You sort of contribute to their knowledge, you support them through your awareness, through what you know here, and you sort of treat them like family here, especially if it's someone you are very close with. You do tend to take care of them a lot here. And people also tend to find you sort of like very easy to talk to. People tend to find you very friendly, very sort of, I'm feeling like boy next door, girl next door, but with some extra ganache, someone extra. Something extra gives you that oomph character, that sort of self-made energy about you that's just very, very strong. So it's not just you simple, just a simple like average Joe here. It's someone more. Spirit wants me to say evolved, but it's not, really evolved. It's just that you have this extra sort of passionate standing behind you, this great strength, this valor inside of you that sort of moves you forward more quickly. Okay, so let's get you a few more energies. Wow, a few more energies, a few more cards here. We got the Sun here and we got the Princess of Cups. Some more cup energy here. With the Princess of Cups, this is like the Page of Cups. This is the Princess of the Palace of the Floods. This card makes me feel like you make people very hot. You're like very attractive in a very sexual manner as well. You're also very graceful. You're very good looking, Spirit wants to say, with this card, but also you're very gentle. It feels like there is a certain gentleness, serenity to you. There is a certain depth to you as well, a depth that people don't necessarily recognize at first sight, because you do seem to sort of fit some type of stereotype in people's eyes often, but there is something attractive about you. That's something that does draw people in there, and when they are drawn to you and when they stick with you through this bond that you share, people get to uncover great depths within you, and there's this gracefulness that comes out, this depth of awareness, of understanding the world, something that people would not like immediately attribute to you. So that makes them just really sort of in awe with you, but also in a complete love with you, because there is such a depth to you that is hiding sort of behind the scenes here, sort of inside of you, only there for the select few people here. But that's sort of like it's a great loyalty that you have to people with these little swans being here. It's great loyalty, and also with the whale there in the background, it's also that like possibility with, or that ability to chase your white whale. If you read Moby Dick, that energy of finding your white whale, of getting after it, of getting that purpose why you are here. You have that great valor here to get that and to go after it, to sort of fulfill that, let's say, legacy, for lack of a better word. But also you have a tenderness to you, you have a joy to you with the sunflowers here, and you also have like a lot of wisdom with the turtle here. Like you do tend to have like the wisdom of someone very, very old, someone who has been in this world for a really long time, like a real sage here with awareness being present on the board. But let's now focus also on the Sun card here. Like you elicit hope in other beings, in other people, like you bring them up, you rise them up with this contribution being here. You have like a presence of being love. You can do it, basically a presence that lets people know you can do this, you can achieve this, I believe in you, you got this, you are capable, you are good enough, you got this, go after it. That type of energy is something that just emanates from your like energy field. You give a lot of hope to others. You have this joyful energy about you when it comes to doing things, and you also feel like you're the type of person who really likes to be in the center of attention here with the Lord of the Fire of the World, with the Sun card, which is, you know, the Leo card as well. So you have almost like a childlike way of doing things. Yeah, and you like being in the center of attention. You like sort of to present things to people, and just people do tend to be very much almost like in love with you. I'm thinking like Beyonce type of person here. I don't know why. I'm just thinking about Beyonce because she has that real like knack of being really lovable on stage, or being just this immense like presence on stage, and it feels like you are that type of person as well, and people just consider that to be super attractive in general. So yeah, we have also the Hierophant here reversed as the bottom deck energy, and this is making me think of non-conformist energy. You know, you're not someone who is going to go with the flow or go with, you know, any type of sacred or known knowledge about things. You are someone who is going to try something new, or try out how you can do things in a different way. This is like thinking outside the box energy that I'm picking up, sort of a very, you know, I'm going to do it my way, I want to try this, sort of very creative, passionate endeavor, but also someone who can make that work, someone who can make that happen in the physical world, and someone who can sort of mold that idea into the physical, into the established norms of society, is what I'm getting here. A strong non-conformist energy, you know, sort of a reformer energy, someone trying something new here, someone bringing something new to life in this world. So let's get you guys some oracle cards as well. So for group number 3, please, what do people consider attractive about them? What do people consider attractive about them? Group number 3, please. Okay, so we have dashing through the snows. How you handle minor setbacks, delays, and roadblocks is what people find very attractive. As I said here, you are someone who does stand their ground, even though things might be sometimes difficult. People find that, you know, they admire that immensely about you, how you're able to stand your ground and persevere through things and get things done. Sort of move from A to B, from 3 to 4 very easily, and sort of in a gentle, slow manner, but you know, you are making progress at all times, even if things do seem like they are not in your favor or are setting you back in some manner. We have also here, without a care, disregard ignorance and turning a blind eye. I'm feeling like with this coming here under awareness, it feels like you're not someone who's going to turn a blind eye to things. You're someone who allows, or, you know, offers up new growth to people. Like, you are someone who has a lot of awareness, and you do recognize things, even though, you know, you might sometimes not say it outright, but you do recognize things, you do remember things very, very well. I'm feeling with this card. It also feels like you tend to bring light here towards the dark parts, or, you know, you tend to light dark in places where people have not been lately, because it's all filled with like spidery webs. So it feels like you bring awareness to those aspects or those parts of the world which have not been illuminated yet here. So yeah, you contribute awareness to the world, to those parts which have not been illuminated yet. So very, very beautiful here. Let's see what else. Let's get you one more card, please. Okay, so we have fruitful labors. I couldn't speak that word. Fruitful labors. We have growth, birth, manifestation, and a harvest. People find attractive how you seem to have, you know, everything done with such ease. You tend to get everything done with like a lot of preparedness and with planning, and, you know, foresight and things like that, and you also create, you know, very good harvest often. Like your projects, your ideas are often very successful, even if people would not consider them to be successful. And you're also very good at just growing yourself, sort of making and remaking yourself over and over again here. And it feels like you do that through family, through your own support, but also through supporting others so much that they sort of believe in you and work through everything with you here to help your ideas grow, basically, to help grow that purpose that you have set yourself on. Yeah, there is a strong sense of like personality to you, like you are a big personality. You are someone who is attractive in a very like elegant manner, but just is sort of has this big purpose, in a sense, like big powerful energy to share and give to the world, to sort of flood the world with your energy and with your awareness. It's what's coming through here, to manifest something great in the world for yourself and for others here with this contribution card. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else. We are going to be using the Dragon Oracle cards. These have not been a part of this channel as much, but I'm looking forward to changing that. So let's see what we get. What do people consider attractive about group number 3, please, Spirit? What do people consider attractive about group number 3 here? Okay, so we have the fire and water dragon. So yeah, like fire, water energy here enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly, expect the unexpected and have fun. I feel like this energy describes you very well, especially that interplay of fire and water, because it feels like there is this, you know, strong decision-making quality that you have that is attributed to the fire element, you know, just thinking about something, going after it, doing it. But also you have this beautiful watery element of awareness, of being able to perceive things with, you know, a higher consciousness, being able to sort of be flexible and mold yourself to things very easily, and to also to just have fun. So I like it how this has expect the unexpected and have fun here, because you definitely do have fun throughout this whole journey of yours. And you know, that energy of having fun is super attractive. It's just, you know, when someone is going through their life, through their journey, and having fun at the same time, not just wanting to get to the end goal, but having fun in the middle, that is where the fun happens. And those, you know, everyone in life is aware of that. It's just about really living that to the fullest. But even if you're not living that, even if you're not aware of that, that energy is contagious. You know, someone having fun through their own journey is contagious and is attractive in and of itself. And now we also have here the pure white dragon from Orion. Transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. So I feel like this is that energy that I was telling you about before, about sort of hiding or having that secret spiritual knowledge for yourself and for select few that are in your more inner circle. And you are just, it feels like this whole book of knowledge or a book of wisdom. It feels like you act with truth and honesty everywhere you go, and you also know how to process things that you know, and you know how to sort of contribute this understanding, this awareness, this knowledge to other people's ways of looking or other people's perception of the world. We also have here, let your wings of light grow and expand. So Spirit is asking you to grow and expand those abilities of awareness that you do hold, and those abilities of wisdom that you do hold, because Spirit is aware that you can reach more people with that. You know, you can sort of evolve through that even more, and by that bring more purity, more wisdom and more knowledge into other people's lives here as well. So let's get you one more card here for group number 3, please, Spirit. What do people consider attractive about them? Okay, so we got here, yeah, we got the royal blue and gold dragon. So I was wondering if this one was going to come out in any of the groups, but it definitely feels very, very fitting for you guys. This is the royalty, like the elegance that I was telling you about. And this card is about strengthening you to stand in your power with wisdom. Yes. So definitely, yeah, you do stand in your power. We were talking about that before as well. You are very, very, you know, powerful already. But this card is asking you to sort of elevate that, you know, awaken yourself to your own majesty even more and wear your cloak of power with pride. So there is a sense of, you know, majesty about you. That's the sort of the energy I was trying to get to before. Majesty and royalty with that elegance that I was telling you about. There is a sense of you being very, very good with your words, very smart. You have a lot of clarity about things. You know where things stand, you know where to put things in different boxes. You are very well read here, it feels like, as well. But also, you know, you have this sense of how you present yourself in the outside world, you know, in your physical appearance is something that's very, very unique in some manner. Maybe you dress in a specific way, as I mentioned before, or there is something about your appearance that's just very beautiful and gives a sense of royalty to you, a sense of majesty to you, you know, that elegance, that grace. And yeah, maybe you dress in silks or something like that. I don't know. It just gives you something special. So yeah, let's get you now some animal oracles to finish up this reading. So let's see what else shows up for group number 3. What makes them attractive here? So what makes you attractive is the dog energy, being disciplined in your home and in your community life. So you're definitely like a village person, but I mean that in the sense of community, being a part of community, being a part of like this contribution to community. It feels like people really appreciate you and like to have you around, are really attracted to you when it comes to that. Maybe you are engaged in, you know, community work or political work in your community or something like that. But overall, you're just very disciplined in this way as well. So let's see what else comes through here. You're also overall just very fun to be around here. It feels like with this dog energy, you're very family oriented, but you know, family oriented to who you consider to be your family, and you're very loyal to that. Like people are so drawn to that energy here, and you're very supportive as well when it comes to all matters. Like whatever your family members need, you are there to support them. And we have deer here coming through as well. So there is trust in the support of the universe that is all around you. You also have a lot of trust in the universe yourself, but you also do contribute that awareness to other people who are in your presence at all times, which makes you super, super attractive. So let's see what else. You have a lot of faith here, Spirit wants to say as well. Anything else, Spirit, for group number 3 here? What makes them attractive? What makes them attractive? What makes them attractive? Last cards. Let's just get one last card. It feels like Spirit also wants me to tell you that you are like very creative. Like people see that within you and find it very attractive, like how you're able to think outside of the box and find very unique, different ways of dealing with problems or things. Whoops. So again, I'm dropping all of the cards. I don't know what's going on. Let's maybe settle ourselves a bit. So Spirit, for group number 3, one last card, please. What do people consider attractive about them? Okay, so we got 2. We got the ant. And this one says cooperate for the greatest good of the community. So it's again that community cooperation, working with one another to contribute to something greater. We also have Metatron's energy here. So higher energy sort of influencing this contribution and influencing this purpose that you have going on here. And you're very good at working with other people here, Spirit wants to say as well. Like you get along with people nicely. Like even if you maybe don't consider that, Spirit wants you to know that people find your presence to be very beautiful, very illuminating, and very peaceful and fun overall. Then we have also the donkey here. Keep your heart open no matter what. So yeah, Spirit wants you to know that you should continue to keep your heart open, to trust in people, to be around people more. But also, you know, this donkey energy here, it's also about like being a little bit stubborn with your goals here, which people do admire about you. But the donkey energy is also about you connecting with other people through the heart, you know, being very warm-hearted, being sort of loving, but not necessarily loving in a mushy-gushy feminine way, but more loving in this contribution, cooperative way, you know, for the highest good of the community. That is more like your vibe. You're not so much the lovey-dovey feminine, you know, I'm going to nurture you and love you type of energy. You're more like, let's cooperate and get this going, and you know, have our hearts open to one another in this warm-hearted embrace of cooperation and contribution to where we want to get to, you know, where we want to contribute, or what we want to contribute to get this society and this community thriving and living its best life with us as parts of it. So yeah, that's basically what I'm feeling into here. Spirit is also asking you to connect with the love of the universe a little bit more if you haven't already. For those of you that resonate with that message, you will know who you are. So yeah, keep your heart open no matter what. Connect with the love of the universe. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. And that's all I have for you today, my beautiful group number 3. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for contributing your energy today to this reading to help us create something beautiful for the highest good of the community. So thank you to all the spirit guides and spiritual teams as well who have been contributing today to our reading. And thank you for watching group number 3. Let me know how this reading was for you, how it resonated in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell if you haven't already, so that you can be notified when I post another video. With that being said, I'm wishing you guys all the best on your continued life journey, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you again in another one of my videos. Have a good day, everyone. Bye. Mwah.